Hello, everybody. It's the Daily BM, and I did not say fuckers, but hey, fuckers, it's time to get it on. I have my co-host, the invincible Mikey.
What's up?
And I have the raging homo sapien, Eric.
Thank you for once again another kind introduction by our fearless leader, Brad. Everybody, give him a round of applause. Isn't he a tiny little fella?
No, it's. Wait, that's what I sound like in the mornings when I'm flapping. Wait, what?
They say pimping ain't easy, but it must be really hard to be pimping when you have to stand on a couple phone books just to smack a bitch.
Yeah, I know. But you know what though? Your mom enjoys it.
I don't think Eric knows what a homo sapien is.
Yeah, he doesn't because he thought I called him homosexual. But now you're a homosexual.
He called you homo sapien, which means he called you a human.
I called you a human. I know.
He wants to make fun of the phone books. Okay, all right. I got something for you later.
Yeah,
that's Greg Giraldo. That's Greg Giraldo, by the way. That wasn't my original.
Oh. So,
yes,
fellas.
I heard Eric had a little mishap again yesterday.
Oh no! What did he do now?
I think he was thinking third time would be the charm.
Oh wait, did he go Uber shopping again?
I did. So when I left the studio yesterday, I was really hungry, so I decided to stop at a fast food joint called, it rhymes with Wendy's. So I get the number one, the single. I get home. I only live 2 minutes away. I get home. Fries are fucking freezing cold. The ranch and honey mustard dipping sauces don't save them at all. I bite into the burger. The burger's fucking cold. Ruin my day right there.
Did you do some Uber Eats again, though, too?
Oh, I sure did. How'd
that go? Did they work out for you this time?
No, I got fucked over and out again by the same fucking pizza joint. The one that I have been so loyal to, and I mentioned before on the show, I'm going to mention them right now. You fucking suck, Palace Pizza off Mulberry, off Shepherd Road, you fucks. And Uber Eats, you and your ridiculous raising the prices for delivery. $3.98 service charge? For what? For you to fuck up my food and deliver it late? I'm done. I deleted the app. I deleted the app.
You'll re-download it.
I will.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as he's hungry, he'll be like,
"You have me like rolling though because
add 20%."
Because you were literally like, "This guy shows up and he doesn't even speak a lick of English.
Not a goddamn fucking lick of English, man."
He's trying to hand me 2 mango smoothies. I think you should do this in your Brooklyn accent and just explain the story. I think that would be fucking hysterical.
You keep saying Brooklyn accent.
Yeah,
you mean the Boston accent?
Yeah, that, whatever.
He's like the Brooklyn guy.
It's the Northeast if I wanted to talk, assholes.
You know what? Yeah, because I am from South Jersey. I'm right outside of Philadelphia, so I say things like Dawn. My cousin's name's not Dawn. She's a woman. Her name is Dawn. But anyway, so fucking check this out, bro. I fucking order Uber Eats last night. This fucking guy comes up to my patio, rings the doorbell 14 times like he's the goddamn cops, banging on my door. I open it up. And he's trying to hand me 2 fucking mango fruit smoothies. I'm like, I ordered Bala's fucking pizza, who don't even sell fucking goddamn fruit smoothies, assholes. What the fuck is the internet? Tries to drop me off the wrong food. I'm like, So what does this asshole do? This guy he goes like this, points his finger up and like, give me 1 minute, but he can't speak it because he can't speak English. And there's just no problem with that, but it's a problem when you're delivering food to somebody who doesn't speak Spanish or doesn't speak a different language. And he goes, 1 minute. Hi, this is Uber Eats boss. How you doing? I am going to dip on this person. He is very upset that I'm bringing him wrong food. And this motherfucker got in his car and hauled ass. He hauled ass on me. I was
did he take the smoothies with him?
Oh, fuck yeah, he did.
Mike, that bitch is driving down the road like this. Look, fucking fuck. What an asshole. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. This is mango smoothie is amazing.
This is what happened. Maria, it worked again. I acted like I couldn't speak English, and this guy just told me I brought the wrong food, so I'm bringing you home mango smoothies.
You should have seen Whitey.
Come to the front door. Drop it off.
And I'm also bringing you pizza. We eat for free.
I'm talking about a Spanish guy, but we're all doing like an Indian accent.
No, an Indian accent would be like this. I would have it. Hey, buddy, I will bring it home.
Take it home to Mama. I'm gonna bring these mango squishes
Mama the
home.
mango. She's got the
Oh,
mango.
you
sauce.
fuckers are wrong, delivery
Mango.
driver. What's that?
I honestly wonder if that's a thing. Because
What,
like
fuck
I'm
with
sure they
people's
track
food?
you in the app. No, I'm sure that they track you in the app. Like they like you have like from point A to point B. So like
Sure.
you show up at location because you have to verify that you got it to the location.
Yeah, they
To
have
get
to
paid.
they take a picture of it and everything.
So I'm wondering if he stands outside, takes a fucking picture of it, like he's delivering it. Then he gets in the car and fucking like all that shit's not recorded. He gets fucking paid and takes the food home, just fucking eats it. And you call in, hey, nobody's about the wrong food.
Mike,
And
let
what
me
are they gonna
interject.
do? They're not gonna fire their delivery driver. Fuck, it's a
No,
genius, man.
dude. If
Free
it's
every
genius,
night.
he even puts a cooler in there so he can keep the cold stuff cold, and he puts like a warmer thing in there in the back seat because he doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? It would be genius. You just go take a picture of it and then throw it in the fucking car and haul ass. And then
do
you
you
turn
know what
around
I
on the side
end
of
up
the road.
getting?
You would like to buy one Pepsi for 55
Oh God,
cents.
I would make a
happened?
killing off of that. I would go out on the side of the road, Brad. That's such a great fucking idea. I'd go on the side of the road with a cooler that says $5 footlongs, like Subway, but they're not from Subway. They're from fucking whatever gimmick, Jersey Mike's, whatever. Oh God,
I'll
it's
tell
sell
you what I
Pepsis
like,
for
though.
$2.
I gotta hand it to Starbucks though. I'll tell you something I like that they
Oh,
really
shit,
do.
here we
Like,
go.
whenever they mess up a drink, they just put it at the end of the counter for anybody to take. So you just want whenever they have them all the time. Like anytime you walk in, there's always drinks at the end of the counter that were mistakes, obviously, because they're just sitting there. So you just pick what you want and you just leave.
That's
It's
a
the
great
best thing ever.
It
Dude,
really is.
all right, so
actually.
are we
No, it's
going
not an
after the
idea.
show?
It's real. Like
Want a
it's
meeting?
real. They do it all the time. Yeah.
Let's do it after the show. We'll just.
I mean,
yeah. Walk
I mean,
in,
I don't know
grab
why
somebody's
they're-
at all ass.
yeah. You just go to the Mobile section. Look for the Mobile section.
Did you say the
Mobile
Mobile?
order. Mobile order, yeah.
What are we, Mobile,
It's
Alabama?
Yeah,
Mobile.
It's like Mobile. Who the fuck says
What?
Mobile?
Yeah, I thought it was like Mobile, Alabama. That's what the guy next to me said. When I walked in the first time, I was in North Lakeland, and the guy says, "Hey,
Well, that's your first
just grab
problem right
something
there.
from-" he's like, "Grab yourself a free drink from the Mobile section." Like that. I don't know what happened here.
Mobile section.
It's like I think it's from the automobile. I think it's from the automobiles that didn't pick up the drink, or they got the wrong drink, so they just put it in here. Like if you want a free drink, just grab it.
Go right over there.
Yeah,
What is
that's
it
a
with
great
people from
idea.
the? What is it for people from the South? Mobile. Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah,
I was on my
So wait,
cellular.
so you guys are telling me that section is not the mess up drinks and they're free for everyone?
No, you just, dude. No, they're not.
The way-
they're not messing
it was
drinks at
the
all.
way
You
that
just,
you-
you're grabbing somebody's drink and hauling ass, Mike. Way to go, fucking Uber. Yeah, he's an Uber Eats representative. Wait, I even got it better, Mike. You put on an Uber Eats shirt, have it made, walk in, and you just act like you're grabbing people's orders, put it all on the fucking thing, the holders, and you walk out.
I saw a comedian
Genius.
from on Instagram say that he's like, I just go into the store and there's all you have to say is the free words to get free food and say DoorDash and they give you free food and you leave. DoorDash.
Dude, we can
Oh
eat
my
for
God.
months. Dude, if I ever
Free
go
food.
homeless, that's what I'm doing. I'm buying a DoorDash shirt before I'm broke, and I'm buying an Uber Eats,
right.
and I'm gonna walk in and do it every time.
That's what I'm
Let
going to
me
start
ask you
doing.
this
I'm
question.
going to start doing that on the side. Actually, I'm going to be right at there
No
at the
shit.
corner of Lakeland Highlands Road and South Florida Avenue. You can find me with my
Eric's
cooler
Let me ask
open.
you a question real quick.
Sure,
Go
shoot.
for it, Mike.
Real quick. Have you ever
Yes.
gone to any of the drive-thrus that have had the double windows, the one that you pay at and the one you get your food?
Correct.
And have you ever paid and then just fucking left?
Yeah.
Because you totally fucking forgot to go
Yes.
to the second window to get your fucking
Done it.
food.
Guilty. Or drove past it because you're not paying
you
attention.
ever go-
and then you have to get
and
out
it's
and
like
go
you-
in and get it.
And it's like when
No,
you
I
go
was
to a
down the
gas.
road.
It's like when you go into a gas station and you pay for gas at the pump, but you're buying other shit and you forget that you bought gas and then you leave without pumping your gas.
Oh shit! See, I've never done that.
I don't do that
I've
because
never
gas
done
is
that.
too goddamn expensive for me to do that shit
I
too.
know,
I'm like this,
nowadays.
oh hell no, man. I very okay. So
Pay to the pump.
because I'm chubby and or fat, whatever you want to call it, but I very rarely forget about food. Honestly,
Big
I mean,
bone.
because I'm like this, man. I'm hungry, so but I'm always hungry. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I've also drove past the first window and gone directly to the second window.
Just saying, fuck it, I'm not paying.
Because the problem is that some of these places have 2 windows, but then it has a sign up that says drive the next window.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm gonna.
That's usually a Burger King.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do though. The next
time
a person,
good call, Eric.
The next time a person's an asshole to me in a drive-through line, I'm literally going to say, hey, I want to pay for the person's food behind me. And then I'm going to get to the second window and I'm going to take their food and haul ass.
Once again, we're giving tips out for giving tips out for all the psychopaths out there and the sociopaths. And
swear to
you
God,
just listen to our show, The Daily BM, baby.
The next time somebody is an asshole to me in the drive-through line, I will pay for their meal, tell the person the thing I'm paying for them, and then I'm going to drive the second window and go, no, I have one more order. And they're going to be like, oh, okay. And I'm going to grab it. And I'm going to haul ass. Fuck them people.
Fuck them in the drive-thru.
They fuck you in the drive-thru.
You know how they had that thing going where at Starbucks people were paying for the drinks behind them, and it was like going on and on and on and on.
Yeah, pay it forward
or whatever.
The pay it forward bullshit.
Right.
There was one time I went in and the girl was like, listen, the guy in front of you just like paid, or the car in front of you just paid for your order. But please, for the love of God, don't pay it forward. It completely messes us up because as soon as you pay, it clears the order off my screen because the order is supposed to go out the window. So I have no idea what order goes to what car for the rest of the day.
I got
it. Like, it's the most chaotic experience for me. She's like, please, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Please don't do it.
I got an idea, Mike. Eric, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get...
So I pay for the next 2 orders.
We're going to get like... no, listen. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get a bunch of our friends and we're all going to get in the same line. And we're going to tell each car, yeah, we just want to pay it forward, and go through like 12 cars and just fuck up their whole entire assembly line at Chick-fil-A and see if they can handle it.
You know what's really shitty is the fact that people are trying to do a good deed by paying it forward, and then you got some big shot corporation like Starbucks saying, you know what, don't do that.
No, here, I got a better one. Okay. This is perfect. Are you ready for this?
All right.
Blow us away.
We'll take 2 cars. You'll go in front. We'll get a person in the middle, and then I'll go the third person back. Okay.
Okay. I'm following.
What you do is pay for the second person's, or like order a drink and then pay for the second person's order. Okay. So, okay, let me see how this will work. All right.
I thought you had it all dialed in.
Yeah, I had it all dialed. I think I had it all dialed in. Let me just make sure this logic works. Okay. So what'll happen is then you'll buy just the drinks, okay, real cheap, okay,
right,
and then you'll say you'll pay for the person behind you's order. They pay for their order. Then I'll come up behind and order like a big ass fucking order, like $60 or something like that, behind this second person. So when they go to pay for the order, because they're gonna be like, yeah, I'll pay for it. I'll pay their order. They already hand the card to them. All right, it'll be $65. What the fuck? I had 2 value meals. No, what the fuck?
Makes like another doubling $100. That's such a deal.
$100. And then all you paid for was the drinks and whatever their value meal was.
And you and I call up Eric and we say, come back to the studio. We're eating like fucking champs, guys. All right, game on, dude.
Your show must be so well funded. You guys always eat like champions. Well, we have scams, ma'am. You can follow us at
the Daily BM Scammers.
Has that ever happened to you? Because that's happened to me. Like I've gone through the line before, and like during that pay it forward bullshit, and I've ordered like just a drink at Starbucks for like $4.25, and the person in front of me paid for it, and then they get to me, and then the person behind me has like fucking 4 frappuccinos, a fucking croissant, a fucking cake
about $90,
a cake pop, and it's like fucking $38, and I'm like, oh my god, am I being a fucking asshole now? And be like, no, I can't afford that shit. I got rent due. But then I drive a nicer car, so I'm kind of like, that's kind of like bullshit.
See, I
look like the ultimate asshole.
I pull a Mike move. I just go like this. Nah, I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I get there and I'm like, thanks. I'm so cheap. It's not even funny, man.
That's all right.
I did that yesterday too.
But
because they were like, would you like to donate like a roundup for St. Jude's?
Fuck no.
Wow, Eric. Damn.
No, it was worse. I said it and Aiden fucking just dropped his jaw. I said, I don't think it'll make it there in time.
Oh
And logging off.
Yep. Bye-bye, people. Bye-bye. Mike
should-
has no
they should-
affiliation. The Daily BM
they
does
should have-
not support Michael in any way whatsoever. He is not part of the show anymore.
Eric,
You can
this
follow
is
that
now
at
the
Mike.
the Daily Mike show. Go right ahead and go for it.
I was listening to a comedian, and he said, "Man, they should have like a reality show based out of St. Jude's, because you'd have a different cast every week."
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh.
Everybody on the listening it just went like this. But they're just like you. Put that hand on the forehead. Like
That
did
wasn't
he really
me,
just
though.
go there?
That was the comedian. That's what he said. He said, no, listen, it'd be great content.
Oh, wow! Jeez.
Oh my god!
And there's no
I was like,
reruns.
oh my god! Exactly. And
There's
on
no
this week's
sequels.
episode-
There's no sequels.
I am so glad I'm not standing right next to you, Mike, because a lightning bolt was about to hit your fucking ass with the vengeance.
I'm glad he's in the other room. It's like,
I heard something interesting today. Since you're talking about God,
Well,
it
I
was a
wasn't.
total mind fuck. It was a total mind
What did you
fuck.
say, Eric?
I wasn't talking about.
You
Go
were.
ahead.
It sounds like you get struck by lightning.
I was talking about Zeus, motherfucker. Hey, Zeus.
Zeus doesn't throw lightning on people that are bad. That's only God.
Okay, whatever. Can you just
Zeus
go?
throws lightning when he wants to fuck your wife.
You scare me right now. So you tell us about God.
So that's why I always hear Zeus coming from the room. God damn it. Just-
You want to hear something weird? So, if you know, you can't believe. And if you believe, you can't know. That's the
Elaborate.
very definition of the words.
I'm not
Because
following.
belief is the concept of not knowing, but believing it to be true. And knowing is the concept of knowing it without, you don't need belief because it's true.
And just like that, everybody.
So the moment that you know it's true, you no longer believe because it's true. Does that
girl,
make
you
sense?
know it's true. Not. Ooh, it's true. I love you. It's I love you.
Have
Blame
either one
it
of you guys
on the
watched the new Quantum
rain.
Leap?
No, I have
What?
not watched. I have not watched the new Quantum Leap.
Either have I.
I'm struggling with the Asian.
Are we still talking about a TV show? Or are we talking? Like, I don't know what kind of porn you're into, bro, but I'm just saying, which one are you struggling with?
What was the guy's name that played it originally? I'm bad with names.
Oh, it was it's Jonathan
He
Archer.
was the captain of the Enterprise. Yeah, he was Jonathan Archer on the Enterprise. But what was his name?
Oh
Like,
God,
like
Zulu-
Scott Baracus
Zulu.
or something? I don't know.
Scott Baracus or something like that.
I don't know. That's what I
Bakula.
just said.
Scott Bakula.
Bacula,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
So anytime I see that Quantum Leap like logo come up, I'm thinking to see his face, and then it's some Asian guy. I'm just like,
Now, does that make you mad?
no, it doesn't make me mad. It doesn't anger me at all.
Mhm.
It's just hard when you get okay. So
Those damn Asians, they're doing everything now.
we're gonna segue real quick. All right, we're gonna segue real quick.
All right.
I think the problem is okay. Like, let me put it this way: like Ariel. Okay, they've cast like an African or a black girl to play Ariel. Okay, on the
Little
Disney
Mermaid.
cruise and the Little Mermaid. Yeah, the Little Mermaid. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, me neither.
Other than the fact that it's not true to the character. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Like, why-
I actually agree. I agree with you, Mike.
No,
I know
I
exactly
elaborate
what
because
you're
I
talking
want to
about.
know what you mean by that.
Okay, so because as a fan of like not just the Little Mermaid, but like all sorts of different like types of books and things like that, when the writer is describing the person in the book, you draw a mental image of kind of what that person should look like. Okay. And then when you watch the show, if it doesn't match up with the character at all, it kind of ruins the experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just like thinking when people
Like-
say that Jesus is a
I mean, I
guy,
can see it.
but then people say, well, no, Jesus was a girl. You're like, no,
Yeah.
no, that makes sense.
it kind of messes with you. Like God, they could make a man or a woman.
Well, hold on,
because then no one has a picture of him.
Yeah,
you know
nobody
what I'm
knows
saying?
what God is. He's just
that's what I meant.
So
actually,
he could be ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be pretty ambiguous. Like it doesn't matter. But like when you say like Jesus was a woman, that's kind of like, oh man, that doesn't
but let me ask you
like
something.
hurts your brain.
You know, you have people that you in the Bible or Christianity, whatever, that shows Jesus as being white. But the reality was, if he's from the Middle East, he was probably dark.
Correct.
So how does that affect? I mean, I guess I'm just trying to find the reason.
I think it messes it up, and I think
what, that he's not white, or are you talking about the show again?
No, I think that what I think is it causes the problem is that the Bible doesn't really talk about Jesus' skin color.
Correct.
So what you're doing is just using logic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it doesn't really talk about his. I don't think it really talks about his physical appearance a lot in the Bible, does it?
Well, it does say that he has a beard.
That's
he had elongated hair, kind of, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But it doesn't say he was pure white Anglo-Saxon like they make him out to be in pictures.
What I think would happen is that you have everybody has a picture of themselves. Like if the writer is ambiguous, like they just say it's a long-haired woman, each one of us could picture something different. Like if I say that long-haired woman, what do you picture, Eric?
I'm picturing I'm picturing a brunette.
Okay,
with green eyes.
A brunette, or a blonde, or a redhead. Because I'm a pervert. Depends on my mood. Depends on what I'm into for the day.
Hey, what was the first one that came to your mind?
Honestly, it was a blonde.
Okay. See, and for me, it was like a Italian brunette, like olive skin.
Just somebody with just a woman with long hair.
If that's all you said, it's a woman with long hair. Like that would be what would visualize.
Yeah, we all had three different choices. He had a brunette.
But now I'm like, if I say she has silky light hair with the bluest of eyes, blonde, and the palest of complexions, what are you picturing? You're picturing what I just told you.
A white girl. White girl, of course.
I'm thinking of a very rare Asian.
But is that how they? Of course you are.
We're very rare.
we know what Eric's going to toss off to when he gets home. That all being said,
too late.
But did they say that in the book with Disney? I mean, did they say that like she had long flowing red hair with blue eyes? That's why I've never read the Little Mermaid or anything. I would assume
that's how it was. That's how it was wrote. That's when the creators came up with them. They visualize. Just like. When it comes to any other Disney princess or character, Mulan. I say Princess Mulan. What do you think of?
I think
of an Asian, like a Chinese girl, not Korean
honestly,
or Taiwanese.
Mulan
I think of
comes to me is Persian. Mulan, for some reason or another, like or Far East, somewhere in that area. I don't think of because I think or am I thinking of the other one? Where
Mulan's
they're
from
Hawaiian.
China. She's Chinese.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking Far East, of course, because of the name.
What about if I say Santa Claus?
See, I think Saint Nicholas, so I think like the big white guy.
I think fake because he's not real.
Fake, yeah, but
I mean that's the first thing that
but do you picture Santa Claus as being from the way you're brought up? There's no right or wrong answer here. Is he black or is he white or is he Mexican?
He's white.
Or is he Asian?
He's white, of course. Exactly. He's white.
Okay.
He's white and German. That's where he's from. He's St. Nicholas from Germany.
He is St. Nicholas from Germany. I mean, he does have a
That's where the Christmas tree and everything came from.
Yeah, exactly.
So my thought process is like, they create something new to embrace different cultures. Don't reinvent. Don't just change it because you want to be like, oh, I want to be a trendsetter. I want to make it, weird, because I think it messes up the feeling, like the nostalgia of it. Does that make sense?
True. Right. I agree with you on that one. I mean, just come up with new content, new films, new stories. You know what I mean? You could literally
tell the exact same story and just not use the name. Like you could literally do Cinderella with an all black cast and not call it Cinderella, tell the exact same story, and it'd be a great movie and stand on its own, and you create a whole new heroine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sure. It could be the exact same story, just set in a different era, different time, different place, and make it make sense. Like I don't like period pieces that are not true to their time just for inclusion. Does that make sense? Like there was one that I was watching and I couldn't get over it. And it's not because I'm racist. It's because I don't like muddying the waters of history and truth. Okay. So the problem I have, I can't remember the name of the show, but it was basically it was during like the 17 or 1800s, like right there, the dawn of the revolution in the American population. And it showed like a very rich African-American family living among the white aristocracy and no one having an issue with it. Like it was just, they were just regular. Like it was, everybody was just normal. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like cool.
Okay.
And we know from history that it was not like that at all. At all. You know what I mean? Like it was very racist period in time. And I feel
unfortunately, right.
I feel like the problem with that is that all those people that suffered during that time, all their history gets erased and it gets, eradicated.
I agree because
now people look at it and they're like, oh, I didn't realize they had it so good back then. You know what I mean? And that's not fair.
And that's not fair. And it's not true because we all know though, when history is rewritten like that too, you have a tendency to repeat those actions. You know what I mean? As a society. So like, it's important that we tell the story of, I'm just using as an example of Hitler and how his reign was, you know what I mean? So it doesn't happen again. When you start to say, oh, we don't really want to talk about it anymore. Well, it's okay not to talk about it, but you got to remember the history. You got to remember the Confederacy, for what they were trying to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that way it doesn't happen again. We don't have another succession. You know what I mean? We can't succeed or anything like that. I just feel like you can't forget that history because it teaches you how not to fucking be. And I think a lot of people's mentality is, nah. And I'm like, no, put it in a museum, do whatever you got to do, but you can't forget it and write it off like it never happened.
Like I feel like every show and every movie now has like a gay main character. And I have no problem with that at all. Like
right.
and zero. Like love is love to me.
Right.
But I don't like when it doesn't represent how the population actually is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like, especially when it doesn't come from the actual origin of the original character.
Right.
Like the way that I was talking about a couple shows ago, the way that they changed Thelma. I mean, we all knew that Thelma was a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knew that from Scooby-Doo. But
100%.
The way that they portray her now and bringing her character out of the closet and portraying it to the main society, it's like, you really don't have to. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We all knew it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well said.
And that comes back to what we were talking about. It's like, why does Hollywood, like they're making like a Practical Magic 2, like I don't know how many years later, like 20 years later, and I'm like, why? Why can't we just come up with new shit and come up with new characters and come up with
you know why?
And it can be the same. It can be the same time old stories. It can be like boy meets boy. You know what I'm saying? And like they have an adventure and they have a hardship and then they've overcome the hardship. And they live happily ever after. Or, they have a hardship, one of them dies, and they get over it. Or nobody gets over it, and everybody fucking dies.
We've said this in past shows, though, Mike. We've said this in past shows. I really feel like Hollywood has gotten really pathetic in writing. They don't have anything to write new.
It's like, it would be like remaking Titanic, okay, and casting, a boat full of Asian people.
Yeah, it would make no sense.
And calling it Titanic,
and only because they're trying to appease to everybody, and that makes no sense either.
Yeah, and it's just infuriating because I think it makes all of us dumber. Does that make sense? Or no?
No.
I mean, like okay, for instance, if you wanted to like be badass, okay, flip the whole freaking American Revolution on its side and put white people as the slaves and black people as the people in power and flip the whole show. Like flip everything. Like keep the history true, but just flip it and make it an alternate reality.
You know what I really loved? The show, it was the one where the Nazis actually won the war.
The Man in the High Castle, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet.
Oh, it's great. It's great, and that's a shining example of keeping the history, but it being flipped, where the United States actually was on the verge of losing it. They survive it, but they're split. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The country is like literally split, like half the country or 3/4 of the country is under Nazi regime rule, and then only the West Coast is like is like free, so to speak, but the Japanese on the other side, because the Japanese obviously would want too. But it's really cool. If you haven't watched it, Mike, you definitely need to see that.
Yeah.
But
I haven't.
yeah, so I agree with you.
To.
I think that Hollywood needs to do some writing and some soul searching and actually write some good shit. You know what I mean?
They really do. They really do. It's getting so lazy. And
stuff.
It's like, take Will Smith, for example. He played Muhammad Ali. He did a great job in Ali. Fantastic movie.
Yes.
What if they cast Christian Bale instead of Will Smith? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how lackadaisical it's getting. Yeah, even better. Why? It's my suit. You can't have it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that the outrage. Can you imagine the outrage if they cast a white character as Muhammad Ali? Like, that would have been an outrage because it's not true to the character. It's not true to the man. So I had the same feeling with other characters. Like, I just don't feel like, that they should do that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, the Quantum Leap, I know they're trying to pick up some people, but the problem is I think it offends the people that watched it previously because they're so used to seeing characters, Like, when you remake shows, it messes it up. I think, like, I mean, I like what they did with the 90s show. They took the 70s show and they made it more modern. Same feel, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just less quality.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know if it's as good. I'm
not going to give you any spoilers or anything, but it doesn't hold a candle. It doesn't hold a candle in the wind. I mean, it's great seeing some of the old cast members come back and stuff, and because I absolutely loved that 70s show. But nothing is the same at all. I mean, they brought back the smoking session and everything. And I'm not kidding. Maybe I'm older or whatever, but it's so subpar compared to the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a letdown, in my opinion.
I mean, I'd like to hear from some fans and see if they think that I'm wrong or not. I mean, I'm strongly for creating culture for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to step on anyone's culture in the process because it's history. It's where we come from. It's who we are. We should all embrace it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And we should all cherish each of our cultures and how they interacted with all of the time, not just some of the time, and not try to rewrite it because we want to change the narrative. Because I feel like that's what we're doing is we're changing the narrative. We're trying to change it. And that messes with people's minds. You know what I mean? Like it really causes a problem. And it messes with young kids because that's what they're learning. That's the history they're learning. And they're not, this wasn't, like I couldn't imagine, like you hear, if I was black and a child and I'm watching this show and it's portraying this, how the 1800s was so great for this family. And then hearing on the other side, there's slavery, oppression, being shipped on boats. And it's like, well, how did they get from point A to point B?
Right.
Oh, that's make believe. Well, what's not make believe? You know what I mean? It's like
yeah, like I said, it's a part of history we have to remember so we don't continue to do that shit in the future or relive it again. Because slavery should have never been happened. You should never treat any human being that way based on their gender, color, whatever it might be. I just feel like humans are humans. We're all the same. We're red on the inside with blood. Hey man, treat each other with respect. I think the world.
I'd like the listeners to write in.
Yeah, write into info
and let me know movies and things that bother you.
Yeah, Mike,
that you've seen in cinema.
Mike, why don't you tell everybody where they can actually write into?
You can message us on any of these social platforms. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, it's at the Daily BM. If you're on TikTok for now or Twitter, it's _ the Daily BM. Okay. Or you can email us at info@thedailybm.com. This show will also be up on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So just search the Daily BM and we'll pop up and you can leave a comment.
And subscribe.
You can also visit us at www.thedailybm.com. And I think you can even contact us on that. And don't forget to subscribe to us on whatever device you're listening. That helps the show. It helps our viewership and helps get us more exposure out there to new people so they can listen to our content and, lose 30 to 40 minutes of their life every day.
Oh yeah. If
you'll never get it back, assholes. Ever.
If you're on the Twitter machine and you want to follow me personally at Eric C1025, I always put up the daily BM gem of the day. So check it out, retweet it, let us know what you think, and like Mike just said,
he loves getting dick pics.
Hit that subscribe. I do. I really do. Brad sends me the
I'll have
most.
my Twitter up.
Hey, I just sent you screenshots of my face. Wait, what? He's on the biggest dickhead.
Yeah, next show, I'll have my Twitter handle up. I've had it since 2014, and I've never used it. I'll figure out what it is, and I'll self-promote myself and try to get my own following.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, guys, listen, we're going to get out of here. Mike, you got anything to add? I think you finished good without Eric on that one. Eric, you got anything?
I don't have anything to add.
I'm great, brother.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Have a good one.
Deuces.